Warning, spoilies ahead.
Well, you look fabulous.
Well, thank you. I feel like I wanted to try something new with my hair. So I went down to the salon and I figured, I was like, hey, you ever seen Married with Children? They're like, yeah. I was like, don't do that. Don't give me that. And they're like, okay.
Like anything but that, and boom.
Anything but the peg from Married with Children. That's all I ask for. Hi, welcome to Two Guys, One Film. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
And our Podcasters Anonymous has once again been moved into the bathroom this time. But I will say it is a nice bathroom, but I'd still prefer a regular room.
I mean, I'd be just fine with a gym.
Yeah, just like something that's not.
I mean, windowless office room is fine too.
Yeah, but show must go on. So here we are.
All right.
What do we watch this week?
So this week we gave a second chance to the 1990 film by Clive Barker, Nightbreed.
See, I'd never seen this, so I was walking into this one with fresh eyes.
And it kind of, all right, I won't get too nuts with that right now.
Yeah.
So it's about a guy who has dreams about a place and then like wants to go there, but
he doesn't. Because
because
he's like
weird,
goes to
the one guy
therapy.
knows, but like is keeping stuff from him.
Because like, I think Cronenberg is like his, which is funny that was David Cronenberg.
Yeah,
is like his therapist that is like gaslighting him into thinking that he is committing these murders that Cronenberg is committing.
Yeah.
But in like previous tapes, this kid has talked about the place where the monsters go, and now he wants to hide there or something. I don't know. Like this movie is all over the place, but we'll just watch it for yourself, folks. Try to get your fucking synopsis for it, because there's no. Because
it's rough because, yeah, it's. I don't know, man. Like I didn't know what was
going on.
I guess let's just get
into
how it
People
goes.
Don't need the synopsis.
And so it starts out weird too, Nightbreed, but it shows that like some of the characters
what I thought was bullshit is I only noticed it when the movie ended and they did it the same, is none of that shit that was going on in the word Nightbreed happens in the movie.
Yeah.
So it like shows the monsters like doing stuff, and I was like, that didn't happen. Like none of that happened. So they filmed those segments just for the intro. I was like, man, that'd been a lot cooler if those scenes were, because there's like the part of the guy's got like snakes and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, this would have been cooler. Fucking false advertisement.
Would it have been cooler? Would the movie have been cooler if we got to see that specific part? Yeah, so he I guess he dreams the intro title like sequence.
Yeah.
And then fucking super obvious creep doctor,
calls him,
didn't he, or does it start in the bedroom with them?
Well, like, yeah, because he wakes up from the dream.
Yeah.
And his like girlfriend's like, oh,
did you totally have one of those dreams again?
Let's get out of town. And he's like, tomorrow, and I'm gonna sing a song tomorrow. And then his therapist calls and it's like, we need to talk right now, or maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, no, you have to come in here right now. Yeah, I can't because I got shit to do.
Yeah, and then he like looks at his briefcase and he goes, may God help us all, or us both. I'm like, what?
And it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. Like in the long end game, there's nothing in that fucking briefcase that is like gonna expose them both. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I
hey,
think I think when yeah, Danny Elfman wrote the
Danny Elfman does a
music.
song. Doesn't help.
No.
I'll get to it later. This whole season is just us going, I'll get to it later. And I don't know if we ever do, but I do like his, hey Doc, long time no speak. I was like, oh, nice, dude.
I know he sounds what's weird about the doctor when they talk on the phone is he sounds like a lover. Like the way he
Yeah.
talks to him,
We
like
need to see each other tonight.
and he's like, like
Our
the way he
secret
plays
is
it
going
off
to be
too is just like, oh
found
yeah,
out.
dude, I got stuff to do, bro. Like I
Yeah.
can't come over right now.
Yeah.
And that's what it
I
made it
just
seem
popped
like.
out of the shower, bro.
I'm like, who gets out of the shower to answer the phone?
And like, I don't know,
In
like
the
in the
in
just the towel,
1990, yeah,
you know?
got to show off that rockin' bod, bro.
Fuck yeah. I'm
Mm,
glad I wasn't the only one.
right?
It was like, ooh,
At least I'm
boom.
getting,
Getting my
a little
heart
something
going.
out of this movie,
Yeah.
you know?
Get a little boon action. Howl at the boon.
Ooh,
Oh,
I see what you did there.
yeah.
Nice. And also,
So
would a doctor be allowed to show him those pictures?
I don't, dude, no fucking way. Like,
What do you think of that?
you
And
know, like
check
that,
this
you
out.
like what you
And also,
see?
would the police have left those pictures with him? And I guess that
They
he's
are
like he's very convincing.
they are giving this therapist way too much access to information, and he gets to go on every car ride, and he's like influencing everything the police do. I'm like, he would not be involved in such scenes
Yeah,
of like,
in like such
maybe he's just a
detail.
charismatic guy, you know, like, here, I got all this from the police because I told him you did it, and I'm gonna show it to you. Oh,
Yeah, but how charismatic can you be?
and you're
In the night
Cronenberg,
is
dude.
okay. I guess 1990s.
It's a different era.
Like, hey, can I hold on to those to show them to a patient that I
Yeah,
think
go
it
ahead, dude.
might be? I mean, I don't
Sure.
really have any like solid proof, but
Why would we want to warn him? Let's just let him see those, you know?
yeah.
Let's warn him so we can't catch
You
him.
know that shit you were talking about? It's real.
It happened. It's really real.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's real. Oh. And so before that happens, there's that scene of that house,
Mhm.
the lady and her husband and the kid at the top of the stairs. And it was a cool mask. I like the mask with the button
mask
eyes
is
and the
cool.
zipper mouth.
Yeah.
And the lady's pulling pizza rolls out or whatever. She gets stabbed in like her 3 bloody yo-yos, whatever those were.
Yeah,
across
what the
the
hell
floor.
is that? I like how synchronized they were too.
Yeah. And I thought that was a flashback for Boone. Like I thought that was something Boone experienced when he was a kid. And that's why he has like this association with monsters and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, is that a flashback? It's like,
It was
nope,
like a
that
random
happened.
murder.
That happened.
No, so that took place before him going to the thing because he
Yeah.
had pictures of that one
Yeah.
specifically.
So like
So,
maybe he
but
took
later,
them.
like later on, like the way he talks about like the Nightbreed people, so were those like Nightbreed people or are these random people he decided to
Because he
kill?
was like, I'm killing breeders, and it seems like all families or something. So maybe he's just like, they didn't go heavy into that. And
Like,
I
because
really wanted to know,
there's
why is he
just
killing breeders? Because
there's stuff that just isn't explained in this. Things come up, and then you're like, okay,
he's at work grinding on cars, doing metal work, and she shows up, and then they just like start making out, and like I really wanted his boss to be like, "Boom, the fuck you doing? Get back to work, man!" Because they're just like
yeah,
so
getting
sexily like talking to each other this close, and just like,
yeah, and you're like,
wow, wow.
I know,
I'm just
right?
like,
What the fuck you doing? Get back to work. I wanted to
oh,
hear that too.
Boone, yeah,
Boone, what the fuck?
what the
I am
fuck is
paying
your
you to sit
problem,
around and
Boone?
make out all day, huh? Get back to work.
Oh, get to grinding them wheels down,
Whatever it is
Boone.
the fuck you're doing down there.
Hey,
Seriously though,
you boon, you lose. Let's go.
that was a pretty charged up scene for like,
That's getting
bunch of
me.
dudes working.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right where all they all just shut up and we're like,
yeah, get
oh, yeah.
some Boone.
It's Boone, all right, buddy. Wish I could have pizza. So then, oh yeah,
So,
because she's gonna sing that night. Then he sees his
so
doctor.
she has a band, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that her
Well, yeah.
band or does she just do like singing in a club.
Singing.
I don't know. They don't go into that.
Yeah, because he goes to see his doctor before he goes to the show, and then he shows him all the photos, and it's like, all the things you said are real. They're really real. Which
Yep.
I thought, I'm trying to piece this movie together, you know, when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
I thought all the things that he had said before were were rolling out now. So like
Yeah.
he somehow saw the future of all these murders and stuff. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of interesting. I wonder what that's going to be like. Nope. These are just the ones that, spoiler alert, fucking Cronenberg's doing. Nothing cool about it.
And
So like the whole like him needing, like knowing what Myriad, whatever the fuck the name is, like
yeah,
him knowing that place, it only served the purpose of like him being able to go there
pretty
when he
much.
could have just like heard about it from Psycho Guy in the war. Like,
Yeah.
I
But
was
like,
trying to
it's
add
like
too many
his
layers to this movie.
there's
Like, ooh.
there's layers that don't need to be there. Like the whole Boone like being dead. Like it seemed like, okay, so you purposely got Boone shot to get him to come back to life to go there.
I don't think he
But how did
expected
he?
him to come back because he was like,
Because like
oh, he's alive. Yeah.
yeah, but it didn't make sense because it's like, oh well, then what was the point of going like he's got a gun? I'm like, were you
Just
just
to
gonna
get
go
rid of
back
him.
because he had seen nothing at that point?
Yeah. Credits roll right there.
You know, like he would have just gone on being a serial killer.
Yeah.
Which is really all like I saw him as, because he didn't seem like any sort of like crusader or anything, which would
Yeah,
have
he's
kind of made
killing
it a little bit cooler. Like
breeders.
my family from back in the day, you know, did this. He's just some guy that
Yeah.
doesn't like
I like killing people.
fantasy, like never ending story kind of creatures.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand.
What I do like is it happens in almost every fucking movie when somebody's taking pills. Doctor gives them pills, doesn't tell them what they are. Kid starts instantly downing them.
Yeah.
And movies, I hate that when they like pour a bunch in their mouth and they just like chew them up and swallow them. And they're like, they keep taking them anytime they feel bad. Like, that's not how medication works. It's like,
Yeah, it's like
once a day, dude.
Do you do that in real life?
Yeah, like I remember just any
I know
movie
any
where
movie
like
like
people
that,
like
like
they're
oh
like,
boy,
oh,
I don't feel very good, and I
I
better
gotta
just
take
take
my
like a
more
handful
pills.
of pills, like and like
Yeah.
a lot.
Dude, it's like one at a time a day, same time of day. Like Marv in Sin City, just
Yeah.
fucking pounding those pills back.
Or what's his name in fucking what is that? Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, pills are good. Like he's like always like, oh my ulcers. Like,
It's like, yeah, and those pills are gonna make it worse, dude. Those are like
Mhm.
eating a hole in your
Yeah.
stomach.
So it's like I never understood that other than to like really hammer it home that like this person's taking pills. Like we saw, he could take one, and I can be like, oh, I wonder what medication he's on. Apparently, it's not lithium; it's some fucking hallucinogen.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was lithium, would you want to be taking that much all at once too?
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't even know. Yeah, he was just guessing.
it's probably lithium or something. So I've been eating them like candy. So it don't taste like candy, but well,
Yeah.
I know that like if I've had like an ibuprofen get a little soft in my mouth and it made me want to vomit. So like
I've had like
that's another
pills get
thing.
stuck in my
Yeah.
throat, and I'm just like, "Ugh," and they have that horrible fucking
Yeah,
taste. I'm not
awful.
pounding those back.
And then going back to your thing, people just munching them down, like crunching them. Like how are they
Yeah.
not like?
Yeah.
Because I know I would be. There's no way. There's no
Or
way I
do the
could swallow 'em.
doctors just give everybody children's chewable tablets for
Yes.
pills? They're like, we know you're not a big boy and you can't swallow. Here's some chewables.
We know you're just gonna, as soon as you leave, start downing them like candy. So that's why
Yep.
they taste like.
And so then he like, what was he burning? Like pictures of what?
No.
Like
Him-
of himself?
It was just all like stuff of him. Just
And like in his apartment, like,
passport
dude,
and
you're
like,
gonna fucking burn like that.
and we never go
Alarm should
back
be
to that.
going off. Yeah.
Never go back to that. And then he watches himself like
Bang
fool
his
around with
girlfriend.
his girlfriend on the bed.
Like, and for way too long. That scene like goes on for way too long. And he's just
I'm
like,
I mean, he's tripping, but like that fire is.
it's gonna set
There's
off
a
your
fire
alarm.
in your house,
Yeah.
dude.
And then we cut to a scene from the movie Streets of Fire, which is a beautiful movie, by the way. where the lady's singing on stage, the whole fucking song. You get to see a whole
I love his
fucking song
I
play out.
love. I was thinking to myself, like, I imagine like coming into this movie at this scene where he's just like every time it shows him, he's just like, oh, it looks like he's just like hating or singing,
Yeah.
like,
I've
fuck
gotta
this.
I gotta like support her and her fucking art.
That's what it looked like every time.
And then
Like they
like
show him and he's, oh,
my favorite was like the lyrics were, I want a brave man, I want a caveman. Johnny be good or whatever it was. And I was
yeah.
like, why do you want a caveman? What the fuck is that? Like, isn't that like a step back? Like, it's like, that's always like the men are like dumb cavemen. Like, why would you want that?
I want that Neanderthal, like that
That's a real
mentality,
man.
that
Yeah.
body, survivor.
Survival. And then the drummer looked so bored because he was like smoking a cigarette while it was going on. It was just like cigarette hanging in his mouth whole fucking time. It's like, all right.
That's how you know he's cool. That's how you know
She
he's in a
wants a-
band.
I don't know, man. It's the fucking caveman song again. That's the only one we play, and then she just runs off stage, even though we have a whole fucking 40-minute set. She's done, so I guess we're an instrumental band now.
And then Boone shows up
Every time
fucks everything up.
Boone ruins the show.
Be great. Standing on Boone, you don't even like her singing.
Yeah.
Why do you come? He's out there all he just trips when he goes to her show. It's the only way he can
That's the
enjoy
only way
it.
he can enjoy it. Yeah. So like she calls him, and I hated his answering machine. It's like, this is Boone. You know what to do. Adios. I was like, oh, cool.
What?
Great.
Why'd you
fucking
say it
answering
like that?
machine. Adios.
Adios.
So then he trips balls and jumps in front of a semi and only gets like a cut on his face.
I know. I was like, so that guy's got good reflexes. He just slammed on those brakes.
Those are
bumped
good
him
brakes.
a little bit. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are some. Must have just got done installing
The-
some new brakes.
The way the doctors and the nurse talk to him, they call him like, "You're lucky to be alive, fella." It's like, "Oh, here you go, little buddy." Like they kept
They
calling
talk to him like a
little buddy
kid.
and fella. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he's tripping, but he's also an adult. I mean, he's
Yeah. What are you taking there? Lithium. Not this time, little buddy. Oh, you're lucky
No.
to be alive, fella.
yeah, little fella. Hey,
You little
kiddo.
fella. Rub on his head.
My kiddo. Nope, this is some sort of synthesized hallucinogen, eh?
Hey, little
Gotcha.
buddy. You've been
Gotcha.
duped, little buddy.
Sorry.
Here's some children's Tylenol. Help your fever go down.
Let's not do. Let's try and take one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm gonna watch you. You're not chewing them all down.
You know what? Here's just one, and you can stay on the psychiatric ward for a while.
How about we control your medication intake, not you?
Oh my god. Oh, and then the dude, just random guy, hanging
Wants to
out.
go to he wants to go to Mirian. What is it
I
called?
wrote it down. Midian.
Midian. Yeah, he wants to go there, and so, conveniently enough, we hear him down the hall wanting to go there, and he's like, "Wait, it's a real place? Oh, what?"
And he's like, "Oh,
this was a test. They sent you to get me there." And he like gives him directions. I'm like, "Well, then why didn't you go yourself?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Come and take me." He's like, "Where do you go?" "Well, you go north of this place and east of that place." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you just drive there yourself? You don't have to have someone."
I don't think you ever thought about it. Yeah, I think
All
you
right, well,
think.
let me just rip part of my scalp
you have
off
to
then.
you have to be chosen. I know. I'm
Oh.
like, okay, well, that looks cool.
Well, apparently
Nice job,
not. The
dude.
other guy just fucking drove there. Everybody's been driving. There's no reason to be chosen. Like everybody in the movie just fucking drives there.
Oh, but
This poor
Boone
guy.
was prophesized, and
Right.
what's his name had to
Certain
bite him.
genes were drawn on the
Yeah.
wall. The cave wall paintings on the wall was
Yeah, and that guy, demon or whatever. Is that guy
Yeah.
a demon, or is he just like he's
Oh,
like
I'm
a
curious.
vampire that doesn't suck blood,
Yeah,
but has the ability to turn you into like a
a Nightbreed.
yeah.
And like, so yeah, the guy cuts his face. He wants to see my true self, my face, and like rips part of his scalp off. And then instantly the doctor's like, the guy's ripping his own skin. The doctors are seeing that, and they go to Boone, "What did you do?" And he's like, "I'm doing nothing."
He's like, "Are you kidding me?" The guy's, "Why are you doing this? I'm not doing
What did you
anything."
do? What did you do? I didn't do shit. I'm fucking standing
Like
here.
he's literally holding two metal like claw things and cutting
Yeah.
his flesh off. Like, how are you? I'm
I-
doing all of this. Why are you
Yeah.
doing this, Boone?
Who's making me do this? Ah. And then Cronenberg shows up, and I know how Boone works. I know how to talk to him. Leave me alone with this man.
Yeah, I can talk to this guy, but I
And
need to
then
be alone to do it.
fucking dumb, incompetent police was like, okay, this
Yeah,
seems
sure.
okay.
Hey, it's the 90s. Why not? Go ahead.
Hey,
What's in that briefcase? I don't care. Whatever.
don't worry about it.
You know, he would have said that and they would have been like, sure.
Okay.
I
Oh,
guess
it's
so.
just paperwork. Good
Yeah,
enough
I'm
for
going to need
me.
him to sign a few release forms.
Yeah. Release from your life. Yeah.
Ah. You know, and then when they do, I'm gonna jump ahead. When he does talk about like what the doctor did to him, I was kind of hoping they do like a flashback or something because he doesn't
Yeah.
look much different from when he tore his own flesh off. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what did he do to you exactly?
I just torture him to get information and then kill him. I don't know.
It's like just poke him in the spots that are like already
And just kept,
exposed.
ow.
All right,
Okay,
I'll tell you,
All
God.
right. Jeez Louise. And like the Midian being a physical place to go to was a bummer for me. Like I thought it was somewhere that you were like transported to on a different realm where like, you know, monsters live on a thing. I didn't realize it was like a fucking place you could just drive to.
Yeah, like no monsters are actually real, and
Yeah. You can just drive there. It's just a fucking graveyard, and
yeah,
everyone knows how to get
they're
there.
real and they're non-threatening except for like maybe one or two.
Yeah.
But yet, throughout history, for some reason, people have just hunted them down and killed them
Well,
for no
because
reason.
they're different than us, you know.
You know, if you're a religious zealot, you have to kill everything that's
Mhm.
different from you.
And like I know that's like the message,
No,
and like I do appreciate that of like the monsters are the good guys, regular I don't remember what they called them. Naturals are the
yeah,
bad guys, you know.
yeah,
I just gotta say though, the monsters are just goofy as fuck, dude.
yeah,
Like they're not like maybe just because I came into it thinking like, oh, this is gonna be a horror movie. It's Clive Barker.
yeah.
We're gonna get some cool, like gross looking
It's
monsters.
branded as a horror movie.
And you get like a guy who is a crescent moon head. He looks like he has a toe, but he looks like that guy that used to like play the piano, like the moon
Yes,
guy. And then you have like a guy with dreads whose face slightly changes when he gets angry. And then you just have like buggy-eyed people and a guy whose like head's in his stomach and he's got little arms. They're like it's all goofy.
yeah. And then the guy,
It
like
reminds
this,
me of
like
like little monsters, you
yes,
know?
yes,
Or
like that's what.
yeah,
Yeah, the one with the blue monster in that kid's bed, like under his
yeah.
bed,
Was that little monsters?
or was it like Little
No,
Monster or
yeah,
Little
little
Monster? Yeah,
monsters. Yeah,
yeah,
With
yeah,
and that had Howie Mandel in it.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. I'm like, these guys are
Because
just
that's
so
what it. Yeah, it's
goofy.
goofy, and then and like the. I'm just gonna call them a couple. That's what I assume they are. The black demon and that one dude with like the
Yeah,
worms in
the
his
arms that
stomach.
are coming. Yeah,
You know, they were fucking goofy.
yeah, feeding
There
eels
goes the
blood for some reason.
neighborhood. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you get what we just did there? Because usually it's about people, and now normal people are ruining the monster neighborhood. Ooh, it's a just a nice statement.
ooh.
What were they doing with those fucking eels, dude? Anyway,
Feeding them some delicious monster blood. I guess they're not
yeah,
really monsters. They're just like humanoids that evolution decided to just like royally screw over in
yeah,
certain
like
aspects. Like some of them
almost.
look like they're okay, but some of them like the guy with the like head in his stomach, like what purpose
Yeah,
is that?
the one that I thought was funny was like the guy in the white t-shirt and jeans and the hair, but he had like just a weird small face.
He had like a weird tiny cat face.
Yeah, just like yeah, but like I don't know, they were just goofy, and like I'll get to it later. Once again, take a shot every time we say get to it later, folks. But So they bite him. The one that has like the moon head, it also looks like a toe with a ponytail. I forgot he had a fucking ponytail.
Yeah, and then
Helps
there's
him escape.
yeah.
And all the fucking cops are out there. And then Cronenberg's like, wait, I'll talk to him. I know how to talk to this guy. It's like, you know what? That's been working swimmingly this whole time. Let's let you try
Seriously.
it again.
Yeah, let him go ahead again.
He's good again. And then they just fucking light him up like true cops, you know?
And it's
Well,
I thought that too, but it's just like he's not even a cop, and then they just just light him up, you know?
well, he
Like
must know he's a psychiatrist, so he knows it all.
I love it. And then they go and look at it, and like there's zero repercussion of like, well, where's the gun? Oh, he had his hand in his pocket.
Roll credits.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
That dang old psychiatrist, but we love him. He's so charismatic.
so he's so trustworthy.
So they take his body. You know, they're at the police
Oh, before
station
that, you
morgue.
remember the
Oh,
part where he like doesn't he go there and he falls asleep there first? Like at the
yeah, because when he first goes there, he's hiding and he falls asleep, and there's like that weird French bulldog that comes up to
why does
him.
it make that noise? It sounds like a monkey when it's running away. Like it has like
Yeah,
the like a monkey sound. I was
yeah,
like,
when he like kicks it,
yeah, and just like scurries away. I'm like,
and then that guy who is for some reason he's a Nightbreed because he has tribal sun tattoos over his nipples, and that made him a Nightbreeder.
yeah,
Which they do
okay.
say the movie's title twice in this movie. You are not a Nightbreed.
Yeah,
You are natural. I
yeah.
smell naturals.
Yes, you smell pretty natural to me.
I can smell innocence from 50 yards away. It's like,
Gross. Like I don't really know what you want me to say to that.
yeah. Thanks, I guess. Well,
Like,
okay. Thanks for saying I'm innocent.
well, and that's when he knows that he didn't kill anybody, and then he
That's
gets
true.
shot to pieces, and then the doctor in his supervillain office for some reason all pissed off.
Yeah. Well, like he's happy that he's dead, but then I think he's pissed off when he like runs away. Which like the coroners or whatever doing their like autopsy, and they were like possible cause of death, multiple gunshot wounds. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was the cause of
Yeah,
death. He got
possible. I'm like, dude.
dude got fucking lit up, and he's like,
And then
well,
even one of the
it could
doctor's
be.
comments on him, man, they had put this many bullets in him. Boo.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he
that's
died of some gunshot wounds. That'd be
yeah.
my guess anyway.
Well, coffee break. Let's just fucking go.
I like how they just poke around at that, like, looks like you got bit by some kind of animal. You know,
What are we, coroners? What is this, our job or something? Fuck
here,
it.
hold this for us. Nighty night.
Yeah. Sleep tight. But then he
Uh,
gets up, jumps out the window. They've been fucking interviewing his girlfriend the whole time of like, he was a really sweet man. He would never hurt. We all have a dark side. We all have a mask. Mine's in my briefcase. Do you want to see it? Like,
some figuratively and some quite
literally.
literally.
What? And so like there was a really confusing edit, and maybe they like her and Cronenberg walk into the room because they like heard the crash, and it shows the window, and then it cuts back to everybody walking in again, and then like her and Cronenberg look at the window like they're shocked. I'm like, you guys just walked in, and then now you're walking in again with everybody else. Like, did they go tell everybody in that like quick second?
Guys, come on, you're gonna be just as shocked as we were. I bet we're gonna be shocked again when we see it again.
What happened? It's like, you guys just fucking walked in the room. Like, what is with this edit? Like, god damn, dude.
Well, there's that weird like edit after that where after he dies, she like it's I think it's when she's gonna go to what is it, Midian? She's
Midian.
gonna go there. Yeah. And then there's that weird scene of her just like packing and then seeing his ghost for a few seconds.
Yeah. And then
But he's
that's it.
not dead because like so how did she see that?
She thinks
She's just freaking out.
yeah, I don't know. There was
And then it's just that. That's it. And then
that's
it's
it. In his underwear too.
yeah.
So that's how she
I
remembers.
mean, that
remembers him.
was how could you not remember him that way?
It's the only way I'm gonna remember Boone.
I know. Ooh, Boone.
I like when Boone gets to Monster Place, Midian. And you got the cool guy that's got a scalp ripped off. I ended up really liking that guy. He's a cool character. He's funny. And
I liked him
like
too.
he sees the bird girl, which you only see twice in the movie. I thought she was gonna make a bigger deal because he goes, I dreamt her. And she's like, I dreamt him.
Yeah.
And that's it. We'll never talk about this again. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like they never have an interaction,
Nope.
those two, to explain like, this is why I dreamt you. This is why I dreamt you. You're the
Yeah,
chosen. Like never again.
Yeah, I have a psychic ability, and apparently you do too. That's why we kept dreaming about each other.
But we're not gonna
Spooky.
talk to each other about it. It's just this one scene.
Ever. And
I
then
dreamt
and then she gets another weird scene in the end.
Yeah, dancing, rubbing her chesticles all over that guy, throwing
She's
her
got like
porcupine
quills, and that
things.
guy has
Yeah.
to think with his wiener.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Which it's just that was dumb. Like that classic, like cartoony Bugs Bunny gets dressed up as a woman.
And then he's like floating over there with his like, oh yeah,
you know, and then gets
Resident
hit
Evil.
with like a hammer or gets exploded.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so, like,
that's jumping
and then
ahead.
Gillface guy was like, you can join the Nightbreeds, but you have to go by our laws. Did he explain the laws to you? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
When? Because the guy has no idea what laws they are. Because he's like, "What do you mean?" It's like, "It's a law." Wait, what? It's like
Yeah.
you
You
said
know you're
that
supposed to
this
know
guy,
the laws, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
You just
this
lied to
fucking
us.
scalped guy said
Both
that
of them
he
lied.
told you. You fucking oh shit, dude. Sorry, we were just getting loaded, dude.
And they were chilling in that one
Yeah.
room with the old dead body that he's dancing with, just
Yeah.
getting loaded.
It's like a party before your coronation into the Nightbreeders, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna stick his hand into a bowl of dry ice with water, dude, and he's gonna touch you. It's gonna glow, and then now you're a Nightbreed.
Yeah. But I thought the bite
Makes sense to me.
He just
Yeah,
healed
like-
up his bullet wounds.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just. Put
But
his
I
hand
didn't
on his
understand that
chest.
either. I'm like, what was the point of that?
Because he's
And then,
dead. He's
like-
already healed up now.
Well, later on he gets stabbed. I guess we
Yeah.
don't see if that wound just starts healing up, but it doesn't look like he's still stabbed later on.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, girlfriend goes on a quest to find him, meets some random lady, and like she's like, "Oh, I met a guy, Curtis. Guess who Curtis is? I did not see this coming. Total fucking blindside.
Right?
Curtis
Boom.
was Cronenberg.
The whole
What?
time? What?
He's wooing this lady to get close to this. What?
Can you believe that? I was
I
so
can't-
shocked.
I didn't see that
what
coming,
What a
dude.
twist. You
And
know?
they show up there, and she's like, "I'm gonna go in. You stay out here." Girl turns on the fucking radio in the car. You're gonna kill that battery, dude. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was gonna be a
Gen-
thing. Like, "The
generic
car's not
country.
starting." It's like, nope.
It's like generic country music that would be
It's
like when you're on-
unlicensable. It's fine.
Yeah.
We don't have to credit it in the credits or pay that person.
It's like when
Like
you have
Danny
to wait on
Elfman
the
could have
phone.
just done it, you know?
Yeah.
He could have made
Maybe
some
it was
country
Danny
music.
Elfman. He's like, yeah, I can generic up some country music for you.
I'll whip this up real quick. Jesus Christ, guys. You fucking know who I am?
Yeah. Do you understand who you're talking to right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like Danny Elfman comes up like that, but who knows?
Never meet your heroes is all I know. So she like goes. These people are like the worst. Like she helps that weird, gross dog looking thing, and then it turns into a kid, you know, because sunlight turned it into a weird fucking Cronenberg fly dog, you know?
Yeah, that like for some reason, like, so man, what a shitty like genetic mutation. Like you can't go in the sun or you become like a really weak creature. Like
like a weird dog. I mean, the other guy fucking just blows up, so I guess it's different for each Nightbreed.
well, that's what they say. You know,
yeah.
you gotta kill them all kinds of ways, like bullets
But
and
it's
like
like-
the light and sometimes fire.
And she's like, "I know Boone's here." He's like, "You can't see him. You can have this kid though, since you saved it." I don't want the fucking
I don't
kid.
what? I know. I was like,
No.
I like the what?
How quickly she goes, "No, I mean, like, no thanks."
I know.
like-
Like, well, no. I
Well, you
wouldn't
saved her,
either.
you can have her. Why
No,
would I want that?
No, is that how things work with you? Your law
Yeah.
is weird.
Laws are
So if I
dumb,
save you, you
dude.
become like mine.
I can
Like,
take you home, even though
All
you're
right.
like, no one can leave.
all right,
That's another rule."
I want the quill lady.
Yeah, yeah. she's mine. I saved her. But then like I like how she like calls their fucking bluff though.
Mhm.
Because she goes downstairs, she starts snooping around.
That's like
I
all
don't know
they
if it was
fucking
later.
do.
I don't know if this is later or that time. I think it's that time.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't go see him. She's like, well, I'm gonna, and you're not gonna do a thing
Oh
to
no,
stop me, huh?
no,
And
it
he's like,
wasn't. It wasn't
oh, that
that
was a
time
different one.
because
Yeah.
she goes down there after
And the
they go
guys,
because they're like all right, well we're out of here, and then they go down there and she's like, well wait, and she goes and they're
where'd they
gone,
go?
and then she
Down the
goes down
stairs
there and
is
she's
where they
like, oh
went.
look at
Jesus
that big
Christ.
snake, and then she just still goes down there.
And then the guy with the slightly changed face grabs her and does the y'all come back now, you hear? I'm like, well,
Yep.
oh, he likes the Beverly Hillbillies. Is that the premise from Beverly Hillbillies? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, and then she's getting chased by Cronenberg because Cronenberg's there because he kills that lady and nails it to a tree. Because we've established that he hates people. I don't know. It's just like let's try to get a cool kill in the movie. I don't know why
So
does he
like
do it.
that's why this movie is kind of just all over the place with the like there's this like a serial killer aspect to it, but there's
Mhm.
also like a underground city with monsters that this guy's supposed to save. But
that
it's like all
also Cronenberg
prophesized
wants
that
to
like
kill.
yeah, for some reason because he just
Hates people who
Nightbreed
breed.
people.
Like he doesn't like. I don't think he had heard about him until this. Like I don't know.
Because like there's that villain scene where he's in the office with his bubble thingies on the side, like
Yeah.
and he's got like a file and but they don't really explain that either.
I don't know. This movie's all over the fucking place, and like, so he's chasing her around.
Oh, and then they also like at that point, that's when you like he's chasing her around. What's his name comes out, and then you find out he can transform. And I'm
When
like, well,
he
where did
vapes hard, dude, his fucking
right?
skin changes, man. He's like, look at that fucking plume, dude. And he's like, I got these fucking designs, and it like, I don't know if it makes me stronger, but I can run the same speed, dude. Fuck, I got cool face tats though, dude. That's all
Yeah,
he gets.
and
And he
then that's
chases
not
him.
explained. I didn't know that he could do that.
I don't know what he gets out of it. Powers, I assume.
He gets scary.
Ooh.
Maybe that's what it's about.
You won't like Boone when he vapes.
Because like
He
none of them
becomes the
seem to
monster
really.
within.
Because like nobody gets like real like powers.
Yeah, like they're just normal monsters. Like the one guy can just. Although this rule seems to apply to everyone, because spoiler alert, Boone bites his girlfriend and she changes. So I guess any Nightbreed can change a person by biting them. So
Man,
they're
it would
just
suck to
vampires
get
in
bit
a
by
way.
those like weird like stomach people.
Yeah, like am I gonna
Like,
turn
I
into
don't want to
that, or
turn
is it
into
like,
that.
the X-Men, where like each person's genetic mutation's different
See,
because they
that's
were
what
all
it kind of
different
seemed like, and that's why I thought maybe that's why Cronenberg was going after those other families.
because they were all like,
Yeah, like because maybe like the kid was like a Nightbreed, and like
yeah,
and the
I don't
parents
know.
didn't know or something,
I,
but he somehow
I,
know. But they never went into that. He just was like a
I feel
weird
like
serial
we're
killer.
going too far into it in the movies. Like, well, guys, you shouldn't care about that because we didn't. So what the fuck's wrong with you guys?
I'm like, I don't know,
That we care about a story that's good. We want to make sense out of it. Sorry.
yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the story. I like the, but yeah, that's when
So he gets
I
away.
no, I really liked the way Midian looked. Like I
Yeah, it was a
know it
cool
was
place.
like just the
It
way
looks
they do
like
like the shots, like the way
it looked like a combo of the Ewok treetop village and then the sewer people from Demolition Man. Like
yeah,
put into one, because you got
it
like
was
rope
cool.
bridges, but it's underground
No, I
and
mean
stuff.
like the cemetery part, like the
Oh,
way
kind
it
of
looked
like a
like it was like
Tim
a
Burton
paint.
cemetery,
Yeah, where it was like
It's like
almost like
random
painted,
arms.
but
Yeah.
like I don't know how they did it because there's that part where she's walking through, and like the buildings still look like that, even though they're like in 3D and she's like walking beside them. I was
Yeah.
like, man, that's cool. It's like she's because it kind of looks like what they used to do back in the day, where it'd be like a painting. It
Like a
looked like a
matte
big
background. Yeah.
but I like the way that one looked, and it was
It
cool
like
because she could like kind of walk through it in a specific scene. I was like, huh,
yeah.
it's kind of
It
cool.
did look cool. Like I did like the city. I like the inside too.
Yeah, the
It was
inside was
cool.
cool. And that was a really cool part when they were going through and like you get to see all the creatures and shit. And
Yeah. I wish it would have focused more on that.
I thought about that. I'm like, but would that have like done anything to the movie? Like, because there's just a bunch of random creature people, and they don't do anything except for cower in the dark for some reason.
This movie is just a whole bunch of random events. It's like they just wanted cool scenes because, like, it's like, oh, let's have Cronenberg torture a guy. He's gonna wrap him up in lights and then to get information. Oh, let's have a cool scene of like at a motel. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Oh, let's have a cool thing like this. Oh, that's a good idea. Do they all fit together? No, but we could try to make them fit together.
We'll just put them in a sequence and hopefully it... Yeah, because
Hopefully it'll make
there's
sense.
that hotel scene where Boone and her go to the hotel, and then there's just a bunch of dudes in that room dead.
Yeah, and like,
And then he like
did
has a
he
little
stack the
freak
house
out.
of cards, or like did they like?
I know.
Because like
The
Cronenberg
extremely
killed those people, but
sturdy house
like,
of cards until Boone enters the room. Or I
you
mean
don't leave
shuts
me
the
alone.
door because he...
Yeah. I can't talk about this movie in order because I don't fucking remember the order of this movie.
You don't really need to because the order doesn't matter.
Yeah. So let's just fuck it. Let's just talk about dumb scenes in the dumb fucking movie.
Well, like that's what I was saying. I'm like, well, first, since that was like what I was saying, since when can he transform? No one says a fucking word about it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's doing that. And then does he fight the...
Well, he tries to go after Cronenberg, but then his weird friend does that weird thing of like, looks
Oh, yeah,
like he's gonna kill his girlfriend. And then so Cronenberg gets away and he's like, I was just trying to keep you warm, man.
like, dude,
So
really? Were you?
it's
Was that
not Boone's fault this shit happens. It's that guy's fucking fault because Boone could have ended it just like that.
roll credits? He kills Cronenberg.
Everyone lives happily ever after. And like,
And Midian doesn't have to become a barn at the end.
and so then like she runs away because she's scared. But then she comes back later and he's with the Baphomet doing a thing, which they don't go into that at all. And I wish they did because that was fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
And like, what was gonna happen? Like, what was that for? Like initiation? Was he gonna kill him? Because yeah, that's when she goes in there looking for him.
Well,
She finds
apparently, from what it sounds like, is people go there and they talk to him or whatever, or try to, and it just kills them.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, he went there, but he's like the only one that's ever come back.
Yeah, he probably won't.
And they don't
come
go
back.
into any more of that. And again, the statue's fucking cool. You know, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, is this like alive? Like,
Yeah, because it had like cool exposed parts that were like glowing and shit.
and then it could also move, apparently.
Yeah. Although they, like, seemed like at the end, it seemed like they were wrapping parts of it up and taking it. I don't know what they were carrying because then they were carrying like giant rolled up carpets filled with something because like they were
Yeah.
working on something, and I was like, what were they taking?
Like, yeah, dismantle me slowly, please.
Yes.
You've already damaged some
Find me
spots, as
from
you
my
can see.
enemies because apparently this isn't the
Yeah,
real
and
me.
so and then there was that. So I'm like, so why move the statue? Like, if
And they
there's
don't
another
because
one,
like not all of it gets taken and then it like blows up. Like whatever. I want to talk about that dumb. I want to talk about that scene, the introduction of the lady at the hotel. What the fuck was she eating?
I don't
It's like this
know.
big sloppy cake thing, and she falls like it falls on the ground, and it seems to be getting bigger every time she's messing with it. And
And
like it's
I
all
hated when they
cream, and like
showed
she's
like
like
the close-ups of her
scraping it.
like picking it up, and I'm like, oh my god, just fucking pick it up.
And we get it. Someone's walking into the room, and like she keeps getting pieces and like scraping them on the desk, and like,
Gross,
oh,
man.
that's gross, and like little pieces at a time, like fucking scoop it both
I know, that's what I
hands.
was thinking. It was starting to piss me off.
Yeah,
Like, I get that
and
you're
she
drying out the
sees
scene,
legs
but
and
finally,
the
get up.
guy's head. Oh,
Like, oh, I didn't see that one coming.
and so then he somehow convinces the police that these people are bad. We should go kill them because we gotta kill what we don't understand. Very xenophobic, and like those guys, like those cops, like pull that guy out with the dog, which I love that guy. And for some reason, they tear out his nipple ring
I know, it's
and then
like,
throw him out in the sun. I'm like, did you need to do that? What the fuck was that for?
and then like just all watch him as you
Yeah,
obviously can see the sun is boiling him alive.
yeah. It's
He's not doing anything to you guys.
Yeah.
Let's just
Like,
continue to let him burn. I didn't like that scene. It pissed me off. 'Cause
I
I'm
didn't
like,
like. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to like the police in this movie, but I really did not like the police in this movie because they're like,
well, I
let's
mean,
kill them all.
yeah, as soon that mob mentality just like busts out with all those like fucking like
Because yeah, they kept
backwoods like turd
yeah,
guys with their like
because they
rifles and
catch
shit, and they're just like, let's go hunt some people. They're shooting into
yeah,
the sky and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
because yeah,
God,
they
you people
catch
just devolve so quick.
yeah, because they catch Boone after he killed those guys, and he like eats a little bit of blood, and you're like, he's a cannibal. Like that's all.
They
Like
didn't even
he
see
had
him
a
do
little
it.
bit of blood. No,
It was on his face because he touched his face.
and like then they were like, okay, this psychiatrist knows what he's talking about. Let's fucking load up on grenade launchers, flamethrowers. Let's take these people out because they all must be like him, even though we haven't seen anybody but him. So
Yeah,
let's
and
go.
they never saw him do the transformation thing either. All they saw was him with some blood on him.
And I mean, I guess the other cops do get their car torched,
Yeah.
but miraculously their radio still works in it, which
Yeah, he's like grabbing the radio out of a burning car too.
but torch the car. Well, it's time to
Oh,
go
yeah, and
kill them
they
all because nobody touches a police car like that. Not in my America.
yeah. Oh, and then they beat him up.
Yeah, because and then also, hey, there's a priest in the next room because let's introduce a character that we won't talk about, and he'll be in a couple scenes, and then for some reason, spoiler alert, we make him the villain of the potential sequel.
Yeah, what the
What
hell?
the fuck was that
And why did
about?
you feel bad about what happened? You did it to yourself, you
Yeah,
dickhead.
dude.
That was stupid. Like why don't you just like tell us, "Oh, and by the way, guys, we're planning on a sequel." Like right at the end, some guy that
Yeah.
was working on the movie just comes out, "By the way,
Guess
it's
what?
gonna be a sequel."
Nightbreeders 2. Like, yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
So they break him out, and the lady has magical vape kissing powers, which they don't ever discuss.
But also, like, so I thought she could just get naked, like, because she was magical. And what's her name just comes out and hands her clothes. I'm like, so this was your plan to be smoky and like naked to lure this guy? Like, what if
Yeah.
that didn't work?
Well,
Then you're just
they know
standing there with
them.
no clothes.
They know backwoods fucking Hicktown
They
policemen. They're
all
like, no.
think with their wieners, and it doesn't
Mhm.
matter if it's if it's a woman that's doing something vaguely sexual.
Oh, boy.
She's good to go, and you just run at it. Doesn't matter if she's covered in spikes
Yep.
or making smoke from nowhere.
The thing that so all the cops are there setting up claymores, all this other shit. The thing I didn't understand is like those cops shooting like the ball at the entrance. I was like, what the fuck for? It's not like a specific design of it. It's like, hey, fucking shoot that thing.
That's probably where
down.
all the power
Oh.
comes from. Shoot it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
like-
broken ball at the entrance.
yeah, I didn't
Like, shoot it.
understand that either. I'm like, well, there's a. They were just
They're
happy to
bored.
be like.
Everyone
shooting
else is
stuff.
getting to set up fucking explosions. I want to shoot something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's great because like they're walking up, setting stuff up, and you just hear random gunshots. Like these people are just, oh boy, I get to be outside with my gun. Because it's
Finally,
like all you hear,
woo!
and they're not doing anything yet.
No.
Nobody's come outside.
Put a gun in these guys' hands. They were excited to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, and the guy, like when the guy was like handing him like the guns and stuff, and then his like the wire, like
Oh, nothing like Rottweiler.
like what the hell, bro? Like,
And these people are the cops.
Yep.
I feel safer already.
oh, and I remember the that like chief cop like slapping that guy like after he's like. I can't remember what he said to him, but he like I feel like he slapped him right toward that claymore that he almost walked into.
Hey, watch out. You're almost walking into this. Bam. Trips, falls over, and then end of the movie. All
Oh,
the
and then
cops
we get
go.
a hard F. Drops a hard
Ooh,
F.
yeah, when he calls that priest.
Yeah.
Which I
Like,
thought the
whoa.
priest should have just shot him after that, dude.
Right.
Called you a hard F, and you're just gonna be like, I don't know. Yeah, and then like I feel like they just wanted an excuse for explosions and a high octane gun shootout scene is all they wanted.
And to show boobs.
Yeah, and like the death of a bunch of monsters, and it just like
It reminded me of like the end scene of Waxwork. Remember
yeah.
that? Where it's
Yeah.
goofy. Like there's just like all these monsters and shit, and they're just all these people are fighting, and it's just goofy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the vibe I got through this movie. It's like I was expecting horror movie, and it was just goofy as fuck. Like I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is just a fun movie. I'm having fun, even though they curse and there's occasional blood and like, okay. I don't remember much else during this. I gotta
I just
admit,
thought like, man, what's with the weird nudity and like,
yeah,
and it was weird, just like weird nipple stuff too. Like,
yeah, like random monsters would just have nipples, and that lady like puts the blood on it
yeah,
for
like
some
the weird,
reason.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
and then walks away. I'm like,
I like when he's like, "We got to fight back. Let's get some weapons. Here's some flat planks from a fucking coffin. Everybody
yeah.
get some." And then he gets a shotgun. It's like, well, why don't we
Well,
just
he
do
hands
that?
the
Why don't we just
shotgun
go-
to one of the other guys
Yeah,
too.
like, can we just take everyone's shotgun? Oh, that's a better idea. Let's not do the wood planks, guys.
Yeah, or
Okay.
hit him with the wood plank if you can. Get the shotgun.
Get the guns after that.
Was it the guy with the flamethrower that exploded? The correct.
Yeah, dumb idiot that fucking walks into the fire because like the giant monsters they released earlier.
Oh, the juggernauts,
Yeah,
which were. What are they? Why are they down there?
yeah. Are they
And
like
why? And if there's like those kind of creatures, why the fuck would you even bother keeping them alive?
because they are like us? They are Nightbreeds.
No, they don't seem like you. They seem pretty mindless and want to kill stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some of them seem like that too. Like they're a little bit on the side
Yeah.
of like, hey, I'm not really human,
Violence.
so
Yeah.
I'll eat you. It's fine.
But like so much was happening in this big climactic battle. I couldn't focus. And so I know like there's just bits and pieces of flashes that I got of like a bunch of monsters dying. For some reason, Cronenberg's chasing this girl now.
Oh,
I
there's before that though. He for some reason decides to show the detective guy who I think
Who
is
is,
starting
like,
to kind of like
catch
put
on.
2 and 2 together. Fucking finally,
Yeah, you're only a fucking detective.
he's only been acting weird this entire fucking time.
What is this? And then what?
And then I didn't think he died, but I guess he got
Yeah,
him in
like
the neck.
yeah, because he just like instantly was like on the ground. It's like, oh, I thought he was like gonna come save the day later and shoot
I know, I did
Cronenberg
too.
or something. No. This movie takes every good idea that I think is coming and just immediately it's like,
They're like,
nope,
nope, you thought it was gonna happen, but nope.
smack it out of your hand of like, we don't want any good ideas. Fuck you.
Yeah, and
Well, what if we make all these
none
kids?
of them are gonna transform into a cohesive idea at all, and you're gonna be left here going like, well, why didn't you go that way with it?
Nope.
It's too predictable.
Hey, but we got monster boobs.
Yeah.
That's the one idea that we had in the writer's room that we did not want to get rid of. It was set in stone. I demand monster boobs in this movie. Producers, you can't say no. And they're like, hey, 100% with you. We need that in the movie.
Yeah, monster boobs is 100%. That's gonna be in there, rain or
Guaranteed.
shine. Monster
Yeah.
boobs all the way, and it was
Cohesive.
there, and they rammed it right in there like
And they-
twice, right at the end too.
They keep their promises, and they
Well, they
did
do.
it. you
They
know?
do.
Cohesive plot. Who gives a shit when you got monster boobs?
Do you consider the normal looking woman monster boobs because she had the smoke power? That's 3 times, I guess. But it was still
That's
like all
3.
crammed into the end of the movie.
Yeah, they
They're
really
like,
were
oh
like,
wait, we
oh,
forgot to
fuck.
show the boobs. We forgot to show the
Ah.
monster boobs. Shit.
Yeah. Damn it. And like everyone's like falling through the ground so easily suddenly.
I know.
And it's not like the structural damage of the underground is being compromised because it's all caves and stuff. It's just because they like had explosions up top. Suddenly everyone's like, whoa, like falling through the ground. Like, when the plot needs it, they're gonna like, I'm falling through. Whoa. Let's
I
have
guess
a
like
fight
just
on a rickety fucking bridge. We probably should have built better bridges to use for crossing, but
I
let's
know.
use
How
the
long
ones where
have you been
everyone's
there?
like,
You
"Ooh."
guys never like just like
Yeah.
they've just been using rotting coffins apparently to build
Yeah.
everything. It's like,
Hey, should we
man,
get
no
stronger
wonder.
bridges?
Like
road
after a
bridges are good.
while, like I started thinking, like, no wonder you guys were like going extinct as like monsters. You're lazy. You
It's like
don't
the dodo
like,
birds, they're just
yeah.
like, they're just dumb.
You're lazy. You're like weirdly trusting. You don't do anything if someone's like, I'm gonna go past you, and you're not gonna do shit.
You're
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
Dang it. She knew.
And it happens
Dang it.
multiple times.
Oh yeah.
All right, get out of my way. I'm going in there anyway.
Okay. She knows our weakness. Oh boy.
Yep. She calls their bluff every single time.
So did that? Okay, so the gill face guy who is the leader goes to release the juggernauts and like gets shot, and then there's that flying like manta ray thing that we've never seen in the movie before, and it like goes into
Yeah.
3 parts. You don't see it again. Was he controlling it? Because those were like the eyeballs in his face, and then they
Yeah.
like close. What was that?
I don't know. It was a cool fucking creature though. I loved it. I was
Yeah,
like, "Oh, that's cool." And then you never see it again. They don't talk
and
about it again.
you've never seen it before that point,
Mm-mm.
so you're not like, oh, it's that guy's creature. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like if they had introduced it before and like, oh, he controls that, I would have made sense. I'm like,
Oh, and
oh,
then
it's
there's that
back.
one little scene of her like when she's walking through the city and she like looks in that little hole. And there's that little like creature riding like that dinosaur looking thing.
Yeah, it's
I
like
loved
riding
that.
like riding like a dewback, and you got the thing like flying through, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this was cool. They had like cool stop motion in it and shit like
Yeah.
that.
There
Like
was
I
like
like that
cool
part.
there were cool like effects and
Yeah,
like some cool makeup stuff. It's just it didn't there was no point to it.
yeah,
Like the budget was blown on like makeup stuff. It seems like
yeah.
like let's make a guy with a stomach. His face is in his stomach. This
Good,
other guy has a tiny cat face.
good.
This other guy has like worm things that come out of his stomach and only do one thing that go wrap around his neck.
And then they gouge out a dude's eyes. That's it. So a bunch of stuff happens. Cronenberg fights Boone, gets thrown off a thing.
I love the way it sounds when he lands on this like
Yeah,
skull like
I do like that part where like Cronenberg stabs Boone, and he like falls into that table, and he takes the table off, and he's got like that playing card, like the
Yeah.
ace on his chest. Like that was cool. And then like kills him by like hugging him. But I don't get the what about one last dance? Like,
I know.
why did that come back? He didn't say that before?
I
So
have
why
that
are
written
you?
down. I'm like, what did that they say that somewhere?
Yeah, because he's like, how about a dance?
Yeah. One last dance.
Oh,
But you guys used to they like
maybe they used to
that's
dance.
yeah, they went ballroom dancing together.
That's his therapy. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
this will help you out. Let's get you dancing. And he's like, I just want to dance. I'm like Billy Elliot. I just want to dance, mom.
One last dance.
And then the
And he splatters like a burrito.
yeah. Oh yeah, and then everybody runs away except for the one cop,
And I
calling
like
everybody cowards, and then the guy shoots the rocket, misses the monsters entirely, and just fucking blows up
kills
that
those
truck.
dudes. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, and the truck that falls through the ground when he like runs over that dude,
Oh
who
yeah.
just immediately gets back up because he's like, well, I can't die by a truck. And
Yeah.
then just like falls down and just immediately is like just blows up.
I'm like, oh man, those poor people.
So many of them died. Like
Like I
it's
felt
not gonna
bad
be
for
a
them because they just like sit there and do nothing.
yeah.
Like and
Once
then
again, I get that's like the thing of like, oh, they're the innocents and not harmful, and we're just
and
killing
it's just
them.
it sucks because then you just like you see all those like hick dudes like you're like, man, do you and I'm sitting here thinking like, man, would it really be like that? And I'm thinking maybe like in a tiny
It
town
probably
where
would,
like
yeah.
these guys are demons and we believe in Jesus, like
Kill them all, even
you
though they're
know,
children and they're running away and acting
yeah,
peaceful. Kill them.
and none of them have even tried to harm us
No,
at all.
no. It wasn't until a guy in a white T-shirt told us we should, and even then, we reluctantly did, and only a few of us actually fought back.
Yeah,
Like, there's not gonna be any of them left to make a new world.
yeah, and also like, where's that new world gonna be?
We don't know. That's what we'll find out in the
Because
sequel.
well, yeah, but they're all sitting in a friggin' barn.
And like, how long is he gonna leave them there? Like, there's
Well,
like,
not
he'll
not
find
very
a
long.
place.
He was like all he was talking like because when he's talking to that one girl and she says something to him and he's like, I'm responsible. And I think like what I know what he meant, like I'm responsible for these people, but it just sounded like more of a I'm responsible. I
I'm
take
a
care of
I'm a
I'm a
big
big
boy.
boy.
I'm responsible. I could go find a place on my own.
Yeah, I'll do it on
He'll be
my
back
own.
tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, the next day. 10 years later.
Will he be back today? Yes, the next wind.
So then he goes to try to like move the Baphomet. Or sorry, Baphomet as they call it. Um And it's just the scene of the thing tells him like, this was supposed to happen. You're the leader. You're now going to be called Caleb because that means something for some
Cabal.
reason. Cabal, yeah. And then like, go find me from my enemies because apparently he's not there.
Yeah.
And then the priest spills hot cheese soup on his face and becomes a villain. Like he's like, I don't know why. He like walks over it and just touches it and then just goes, "What did you do to me? You did it to yourself, you dumb fuck." Like,
yeah, like you're really gonna blame that guy? Like, how are you gonna blame anybody? You were literally just on your own, wandering around.
yeah, you tore your thing off and you wanted Boone to show you. We don't like priests around here. What is this? You've been with us a day.
Yeah,
And
seriously.
you're saying that we don't
you've
like priests.
literally fucked everything up because of this woman.
We don't like priests around
even
here.
though he took an oath, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You got to
Yeah,
take
he
this
doesn't
oath
remember.
to never fight or be angry again.
Got it. I need to save her. You're not Miss way down here.
And then her fucking at the end of the movie, well, you got to fight me.
Conveniently, she grabs a knife to run away with because, you know, she needs to, and is still holding onto said knife. And he's like, I got to leave you. I got responsibilities. I'll come back for you. And she's like, what, when I'm 90? And he's like, well, that's a good point.
Yeah, when you're 90, I'm into that. So I'll see you in a few years.
And I like that. And she turns around. She goes, Boone, I lied. And then just like, blah, like right into the stomach.
And I love that, like pretty genuinely like convincing acting. That that was a bad idea. Ow.
Yeah. No. I regret that.
I don't know how I'd feel about being him in that situation. Just, well, you know, take care of it or I'm gonna die. You're like, I don't want to bite you in the fucking neck, you dickhead.
Yeah. I didn't want you to have this. Well, great. You forced it upon me.
All right. Now
we get to do it. We get to do a cool pose in the sunrise.
And then there's I forgot about that weird scene where like he's like, oh man, I'm a monster, and she's like, oh, it's cool, and then they like make out, but he like licks her all weird.
Yeah. So monsters do it.
Yeah. Like on her chin. Like,
yeah.
Like
I'm a monster now. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some really important news for you. You might want to sit down when you hear this. There is a place you can go to right now at this minute if you have access to a smart device of some kind. It's a place where all your nerdy dreams come true. Anything you want is there. Any content you want is there.
It's true.
What's the name of this magical place?
That's going to be a projectnerd.com. Project-nerd.com to be specific. That's where you're going to find all that sweet, sweet stuff that my friend over here on this side of me is talking about.
You're going to love it. I guarantee it. And just get your ass to Mars. Get over there. Project-nerd, folks.
It's like one of the more coherent
I know.
plugs we've done.
I think because like I'm honestly like I get so worn down for these episodes because I get so fucking worked up by the end of them. I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking like I can't.
Honestly, after this whole movie, I really wanted to take a nap.
Dude, seriously. And like I couldn't pay attention through most of it.
Yeah, like I just kept
not grabbing
like
my attention.
I will say there were a few times I stopped taking notes and started talking to somebody.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh shit, I got this movie I'm supposed to.
Yeah. I was doing that too.
Lo and behold, I missed fucking nothing.
Yeah. The movie still makes 0 sense and I didn't see the whole thing. So.
Yeah, like, okay, well.
Yeah. I don't remember a lot of it, but hey, let's get into it.
You start the rating, partner.
Okay. What I don't need to say anymore that I haven't already said earlier in this episode. This movie has no cohesive plot. It's goofy. It's not a horror movie. I love Danny Elfman, but the music almost made it too whimsical and fantastical, and it seemed more like a Tim Burton movie and not like a Clive Barker horror movie. I get the idea of it. It's kind of a cool idea, I guess. I don't know. Some monsters were cool.
What is the idea?
Some monsters are goofy as fuck. In the end, I don't know. I'm gonna give it like 4.5 Cronenbergs, I'm doing the Cronenberg system again, I'm pretty sure I did that for Scanners, but 4.5 Cronenbergs, folks. That's it.
I think Dylan said it already. This was my pick. I knew what I was getting into going into it. Like, I really thought that it was going to be more like riff tracksy after I watched it again. But again, there's no like cohesive story to follow. It's just stuff happens. I mean, that's, I guess, the best way to describe this movie to someone who hasn't seen it. It's supposed to be a horror where things happen. That's the best way that I can describe it to you. There's creatures.
There's monsters.
There's creatures. There's a serial killer. There's monsters. There's a city with monsters. I'm making it sound better than it actually is. So yeah, this movie is not one of Clive Barker's best. That's a bummer. Must have been one of his earlier ones. Was it though?
No, he did Hellraiser.
No, because Hellraiser came before this. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Which there was a part where he calls the guy a pinhead, and I was like, oh, I get it.
That was good. I did get that. There was there's like some cool like makeup effects and some cool like creature design, but I mean, to what extent is it? I mean, it's cool to look at, but once you've seen it, you're just like, all right, cool, I saw it, and I'm done with the movie. That's it, because like that's the best part is the weird creatures. So, 3.5. I don't know, just crappy monsters. That one demon guy, the demon guy that bites Boone in the beginning. 3 of him.
I don't know.
It's God, this season.
It's really it's weighing me down, dude. It's taxing. I feel like I'm becoming a bitter person, and I don't like that. But hey, show must go on. We made a deal with the judge. We got to do this. So
yeah, but just so everybody knows, this wasn't court appointed. We wouldn't be watching these movies.
Yeah. So we're doing this for you because we love you, and also because we legally have to. But mostly because
we want to watch good movies again.
Yeah.
We want to bring you the good movies again. So just bear with us.
Yeah. It's a good season, I think.
Yeah.
It's just taxing for us, okay? I hope it's good for you guys, but like, goddamn, dude.
It's fun to watch the like once it's done.
Yeah.
Like I like watching us like rip a movie apart, but
living
actually
through
watching
this
the movie and doing the review is rough.
Yeah. That was a lot. And yeah, I hope you people enjoyed that. I hope you watch Nightbreed. I hope you have a different experience of it or the same experience. And if you do, cool. Welcome to the club.
Yep. You also don't like a movie that we don't like.
Awesome. And if you do like it, hey, you got your own club.
Then you tell us why you like it, because I'm curious why you like it.
I also don't hate you because you like it.
No,
but
no.
Just don't hate me for not liking it. You know? Anyway, I'm going to go to the bathroom since I'm here. For Two Guys, One Film, I'm Dylan.
And I'm Dane.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
I'm excited.